made deliveries or some DoorDash deliveries, and that was Twinflames and or Soulmates and Twinflames, whatever I wrote. This me and my soulmate right here. This me and my soulmate right here. Don't we look so cute? We looked so cute. We looked so cute, didn't we? ATL up in the house. Sacramento in the house. Oakland in the house. Miami in the house. That's all we doing is chilling in the house. Me and my soulmate. This is me and my soulmate right here. We were so in love with each other, so spiritually connected. You know, we was there for each other and one another. You feel me? Didn't we look so cute? Let me tell you the truth about soulmates. Everyone thinks they're going to be able to find their soulmate. You know, everybody is always looking for that one person that's going to be with them, their best friend throughout everything. And of course, I'm not exempt to looking for that as well. I've been the type of person that, you know, will look for, just as of recently actually, look for, you know, the type of person I need, the type of person that I want. You know, I'm the type of person that you know, looks for the perfect person. But it's very difficult to find the perfect person, you know, when you got everybody in your face, you know. And I don't think that men love unconditionally. I don't. I just never thought that. I feel like everyone loves with some type of condition. And women believe that if they show that they love a man unconditionally through everything, he'll stay with her forever. And in the last live stream I did, if you guys didn't check it out, I was talking about how women should stop trying to prove their love so much to a man instead of having him prove his love to her. Because women don't do that. Women will go so far to try to get men to love them. Will do anything. I mean, put up with bullshit, put up with cheating, side chicks, all types of stuff. Lies, manipulation, all of it. Here's something. The nicest woman takes the most L's when it comes to love. It's a fact. Polite, respectful, honest, morally pure ladies are high risks for dick whipping. Being a apathetic, no-nonsense bitch that could care less about what another person thinks is a challenge that turns most men on. You're so sweet, but he wants the mean girl. Why is that? Mean girls make him use sex appeal to exploit the male mind and libido and will always get chased and tricked on. You don't fall into those three categories if you're nice, if you're Miss Doormat. Nice women who are loyal, supportive, and just want honesty and respect in return, they usually get the short end of the stick. When you look at power couples over the past 20 years, you see that great men select from that pool of non-submissive women, and the nice women are left struggling with lesser men. What makes you settle for less? What makes you take what's given? Why do you sit and think, if he's in my life, it's for a reason? Let me keep working on him until we're happy. You don't make waves in life because you believe in soulmates like a 6-year-old and an Easter bunny. This idea of a soulmate, one person that you are meant to be with, is magical, hopeful, and comforting. It's also misleading, blinding, and dangerous. The average person relies on some kind of faith to get through tough times. I do. I know I do. You know, I'm all spiritual, and I'm about praising Buddha, not praising Buddha, but, you know, believing in Buddha. Everyone will go through heartbreak, and the easiest cure for being rejected or abandoned is to remind yourself, they weren't the one for me. My soulmate is coming. That hope makes you get out of bed and push through the pain. When your friends or family gives you advice, they all regurgitate the same thing. He wasn't the one, baby girl. Have faith. Married people will confirm that they are with who they were meant to be, even though who remarried. Stand firm in this belief that eventually get right due to some grand design. So by this logic, the person you broke up with was just one person to your soulmate, and you can take comfort in the fact that you eventually. This type of optimism that allows you to move forward and dries your eyes is awesome, but here's the fucked up part. When you sip that soulmate Kool-Aid your entire life, you get impatient and you get paranoid. You date and date and date, but nothing happens. You meet a handful of great guys, but they don't want what you want. Next thing you know, you're deep in your 20s or entering your 30s. Maybe Victor from 12th grade was my soulmate and I missed out. Oh shit, if I missed out on my true soulmate, then I'm destined to settle. I'm single because I was too dumb to notice that Vic, the asshole who tried to fuck my cousin, just needed a second chance. This line of thinking may sound exaggerated, but it's a real life concern. People are so afraid opposed to a Spartan take route will begin to panic with passing birthday. The woman will then force the next appealing guy into that mythical soulmate box I've heard too many sob stories about. Good conversation and better of the relationship in favor of some. You read the same first. Drop the fucking confetti from the sky. You've done it, girl. You're the man that complete. You realize that those books you both like, he doesn't read anymore. Music talk has become ratchets in the mall. All the to notice things about him that are attractive. He doesn't communicate when he's homegirls that he's texting with that he swears have been around for years. Despite those rare would make it because no, you know, dude is your soulmate. Okay. Rom-com, strip malls, your mate. So you want to know the truth about soulmates? It's a leash that ships. It makes wives for husbands. Sick of trying to compete with the hoes and the the clock is ticking and you're that complements your personality without holding that motherfucker up to standard IQ drop to on a. But he the man that actually communicates his emotions and comfort comes you have a deep bond and throws the ups and downs, you will hold on to this as the ultimate proof that his love is real. Being one's there make you there. In that rotation, he's going to open up to you. Some of you are motherly, judgmental of pacifying lames. She doesn't want to hear about or broken car. She's going to tell that simp to grow some balls. He can say, you mother are going to romantics see male sensitivity as a confirmation of love because guys are quick to point out. I never tell anyone this. What's this openness leading to in terms of this with you? Admits his faults, not bubbles, when talking about the mother that left him or the mother that was a shit. About the past, but they still act like dicks in the present. One relationship has a loyalty and a need to make it work. But he wants to be with me. A man you like asking you to be his girlfriend shouldn't be shocking or miraculous. I know women who get dudes trying to lock them down every other month, but these women don't read too much into it. A boss-ass bitch knows she's a prize that every man wants, and since she only dates guys she's mutually attracted to, she's always going to have the best options to choose from. Of course, the last guy that took her out is clit riding her personality and begging to make it official. Man is doing exclusivity. The is in the core, not in the asking. These mind Hannah Horvath hoes are the ones that jump for joy when a cute guys consider her good enough for main bitch duty. Instead of questioning if it's a good fit, they react like an unemployed person who gets offered minimum wage. Being asked to be someone's girlfriend isn't winning. It isn't even entering the home stretch. There are guys who are afraid of commitment, but there are also guys who give out commitment like club flyers because they know that's what girls want. We go together now, I can fuck for free because it's technically mine. Now I can borrow money because we're a team. Now I can avoid arguments by saying, so what if I was on her Instagram page? Who am I with? Just because he was quick to throw the title on you doesn't mean he's your soulmate. It means the guy doesn't feel like courting your ass and knows you're the thirsty type that won't turn down a chance to have an official him. But he makes plans for our future. You know how many make-believe baby names I've come up with, wedding locations I fantasized about, and business partnerships that we created with random girls at 3 a.m. on the phone? This is coming from a man. A man is saying this. He's saying, you know how many make-believe baby names I've come up with, wedding locations I fantasized about, and business partnerships that were created with random are dreamers, and when you're in a honeymoon stage of buzz. When I was in college, because we were all in tune with each other. A few weeks later, those conversations were forgotten because that happened in the real world. Many hustlers looking to get up with these tall tales of moving in together, having kids, and conquering the world side by side. It's that love buzz, fresh energy, happy connect with a new mind, and that it makes everything tick. All that shit sounds good, but don't believe it until you see it. This dude is talking about how pretty your kids would be, but he won't even give you a straight answer about your relationship status. Homie is telling you how he wants to vacation with you in Paris next fall, but you can't even get a fucking trip to Applebee's this Friday. How are you two going to create the next big clothing company when you can't even get him on the phone between the hours of 6 and 11 p.m.? Stop buying those wolf tickets. Stop being brainwashed by pillow talk and put your inner basic bitch on mute when these guys start talking about what they plan on doing. Plans without follow through are like planes without wings. Get as hype as you want, but your ass is never getting off the ground. But he won't let me go. Every time I try to leave, he tells me he loves me. Every time I cut off, he... Really? It's not that you can't move on. Now that he's showing you interest, you don't want to follow through and move on. When did text messages become the same as chains? Does the phone plan you have mandate that you pick up when that guy calls you? It is always your choice. Stop lying and making up these bullshit excuses as if you don't have the power to do what you want to do, and keep it real. You want to talk to him because you are weak as fuck. But that's my soulmate. It would break my heart to ignore his calls or not to agree to meet him if he's begging to see me. Maybe this is God testing us. That makes no sense, said the person with no brain cells. Understand that some men can be so toxic to your health They don't want to love you properly, but they don't want to let you go either. The more you give, the less they appreciate. And the minute you've had enough and decide to walk away is when they're ready to love you and treat you right. So you give them a chance in hopes that they've changed, only to realize it was all fake. You find the strength to walk away once more, and here he comes again, proclaiming his love for you, and there you go, giving in. That's not a soulmate, that's a predator. When faced with losing something he's become accustomed to, having men suddenly go super hard, that's why. Attention dicked women. Let me say something to you. Attention dick whipped women. Attention dick whipped women. A man showing anger and persistence to get you back once you try to break it off isn't proof of love. It's a knee-jerk reaction. A man kissing your ass and making flaccid attempts to be nicer for 2 weeks isn't proof that he's trying. It's proof that he knows how to diffuse your dumb ass long enough to hook you once again. Take away a toy, a little boy cries. Take away a relationship of convenience, a man cries. Just because he cries doesn't mean you give him what he wants. Grow some balls. You're not soulmates because you like the same shit and have become comfortable enough to role play during sex. Show me something deeper than pet names and zodiac signs. A lot of you girls don't know what it's like to be loved by a real man. You know lust. You know joy, you know passion, and you know fear of abandonment. You put all your faith in this promise that Prince Charming will come for all women, but now that you're getting older, you realize you've never truly been loved. Stop chasing your idea of what love should be and recognize what love is. Love isn't promising to act right after he fucks up. Love is him acting right from the start so he won't fuck it up. Love isn't telling a grown man he needs to change to keep you. Love is a grown man changing on his own because he can't imagine life without you. Healthy relationships don't need constant CPR. There will be obstacles to overcome in all relationships, but you fight for those that fight. And say your entire life is built around waiting on a bus stop until fate pulls up with your husband. There isn't one person out there for you. There are many. To sacrifice your dignity, your prime, and your self-respect in order to hold on to a man you falsely label as a limited edition will be a waste of your life. Your soul isn't stagnant. You evolve every day to the point where you are literally a new person every 5 years. So by the laws of nature, the person that was perfect for you at 17 may not be perfect for you at age 24. The guy who saw the world with the same eyes as you at 27 may outgrow your vision come business, die single every day. Start taking control by loving those that give you a them and cutting off those that no longer complete you. How will you know when you found the right one? Wake the fuck up. It's not about knowing, it's about growing. If they aren't growing with you, they're stunting your growth. Stop allowing fear of the unknown to keep you chained to dead weight. You don't need the safety net of a new guy or a promise that your time is coming before you move on. Girls overthink, they worry, and they look for all their superstitious or trivial signs. Stop making addition into algebra. Your soulmate will be the one you end up buried next to. End of story. If you continue to obsess over the end result instead of enjoying this journey, you'll end up buried next to your cat. Demand to be shown love. Demand to be shown respect. And no matter how long it takes to find one that passes that test, have faith in your value as a woman, not in the promise of a magical, predetermined relationship. You know who wrote that? You know who wrote all that shit I just read? G.L. Lambert. Do you know who G.L. Lambert is? He used to have this blog. He used to write blogs. He had this blog called Black Girls Are Easy. Okay? And he was talking about the poor choices that black girls make in their early 20s and early 30s. And a lot of people were offended title of his blog was called Black Girls Are Easy. And they was thinking that he meant, black girls are easy to fuck and they're hoes and shit like that. Now the name of his blog is called Far From Basic. And out of all of the years I've been reading him, I never thought to mention him to my audience. But he inspired me to talk about soulmates and twin flames today. When I first met my son's father, right? Priest. Everybody knows. My son's father's name is Priest. He was on my YouTube channel. There's a picture of us up there right now. We look so cute, right? We look so cute. We look so kissy poo, right? We look kissy poo. We looked in love. He used to talk about this twin flame he used to have that I reminded him of, and this soulmate I used to have. He used to talk about how I used to remind him of Sidonia. He used to be like, oh, you're so nice like Sidonia. And then he would tell me all of the bad things about her that he was glad I wasn't. And I noticed throughout our entire relationship, he would always bring up his exes. My ex this, my ex that, my ex this, my ex that. I never brought my exes up to him. I never told him in detail anything about the men that I was with previous from him. Because when I'm over a situation, I don't even talk about a guy anymore. When I'm dating new guys, I don't even bring up my ex. If I'm still bringing up my ex during a date or when I'm talking to a guy, that means I'm not over my shit. So as my son's father was sitting here and he was talking to me about his twin flame that he really had never met in person, but he used to talk to her over the internet for years at a time, and she lived in Texas and she was married and he was married to Sidonia. He was calling her his twin flame. Basically, she was just his side chick, basically. Just a chick that he was emotionally cheating with. He was cheating on Sidonia with this chick from Texas. And before he got married to Sidonia, he had this other girl that he was with. Because he's only been in 2 real solid relationships his whole life. First was the girl he was with in high school. They broke up. He used to always compare me and her together. He used to say, her and I just alike. He used to say that all the time. Then he got married to Sidonia. And he cheated on Sidonia the whole time. And everybody swore up and down he didn't love her. Her father told her. You could tell he didn't. Even after he ended up with me and got on the internet and told like, oh, my wife, Soncerae's my mistress. The fact that he even brought her onto the internet to talk about something so terrible was a obvious sign that he genuinely didn't love her, right? He didn't care for either of us. The way that he treated both of us was terrible. But Sidonia, being weak-minded and dumb, thought she was holding down her ex-husband on his side because they're quote-unquote friends. No, bitch. No. Because if he genuinely loved you and he was your friend, he would have never put you in a situation. He was supposedly married still, unbeknownst to your baby mama. Your unbeknownst confused baby mama would not be a factor. There would be no baby mama. There would be no kid. Because when a man has respect and love for a wife, he does not do anything to embarrass her. Nothing. Not have a side chick, not abandon her, not leave her, not cheat on her, not divorce her, not separate from her. None of it. Because he's genuinely in love. Come on, man. Don't let these men tell you shit like, oh, you're my soulmate or you're my twin flame. You match with a lot of people that you have energy with. You match a lot of people that you have a lot of positive energy with. And at the end of the day, the person that you end up with is the person that you require respect and love from. Not someone that you keep compromising with and have to convince to be a good man. Some men will just naturally change for you because they ready to change anyway. So it ain't really not got nothing to do with you. But some men will naturally change for you. Seemingly. But most men, just the way that they are, because they never really gave a fuck about you from the beginning. It was a love buzz. Y'all make sure that y'all check out GL Lambert. Okay? Ladies, go check out GL Lambert. He got some really good content. Really entertaining shit. It'll help you out. I'm serious, because this man will tell you some really amazing shit. Some stuff that's good for you. I gotta